Good afternoon. Thank you for joining us for the news at noon. I'm Shanika Grimshaw. Let's begin in the district. A person is in the hospital after a water rescue at the tidal basin this morning. DC Fire says that a person was riding a scooter when they fell into the tidal basin, and two other people jumped in to rescue them, and they were able to get themselves out. It all happened just before 8 this morning and along 17th Street, Independence Avenue. Now, this is a developing story. We'll have the latest ahead on the news at 4 right here on DC News Now. All right, let's talk about some weather with meteorologist Damon Matson. And Damon, I feel like it's a repeat because yesterday it started off pretty dry and we're expecting some rain today as well later.
How about how muggy it felt out there?
It was muggy.
Yeah, you could tell that the rain is still on the way, and there is still more of that soggy weather coming across the region. Now, as it went on Tuesday, we did not see soggy weather everywhere in the DMV. The activity was scattered enough. We just had one steadier downpour that moved on through Fairfax County, the district, dropping around 1/4 of an inch out toward the mountains. Light rainfall barely tallied up to 1/10 of an inch in spots. It was mostly across the South Mountain Corridor, southern Washington into Frederick County, where we saw the steadiest and most consistent rain that did tally up in some locations to around an inch. But we are in need of more rainfall given our ongoing drought, and we're going to get some again here today. Most of the area, yes, very muggy, cloudy, but dry. But we are noticing the showers building in from the west across western Maryland and out toward the eastern panhandle of West Virginia. That rainfall west of us will gradually build in, and we'll see more scattered showers across the entire DMV later today. And because of the cloudiness, it's not going to be quite as warm, but temps still in the upper 70s, plenty of mugginess. It's not going to be feeling like a fall day out there, plain and simple. So we'll have to keep the rain gear ready to go, and we're probably going to need it as we get through the second half of the day. But how are things looking as we get toward the weekend? Will this soggy weather clear out or not? We'll have a full look at your forecast coming up in just a bit.
All right, Damon, thank you. And we're following developing news out of Dallas, Texas. 3 people were shot at an immigration facility there. Acting ICE Director Toddy Lyons says detainees were among the victims and no ICE agents or other law enforcement were injured. He also says the shooter died from a self-inflicted gunshot wound, and Dallas police say 2 people have been hospitalized. We're also learning that bullets had anti-ICE messaging written on them.
The takeaway from all of this is that the rhetoric has to stop. There are people out there who are seeing what is being placed online, and they're coming and they're doing acts of violence against ICE employees. It's just got to stop. It's dangerous, and people are losing their lives.
And Texas Governor Greg Abbott is calling the shooting an assassination, and we're told this happened at around 6:40 this morning. Now, this is a developing story, and we'll bring you the latest as it comes into our newsroom. And new today, a woman stabbed near I-295 in southeast D.C. Police say it happened right here near Suitland Parkway at around 1 this morning. Now, the woman was taken to a hospital, and right now there's no update on her condition. Police also telling us they've arrested a suspect. And in Northern Virginia, police say a woman died in a hit-and-run crash last night. It happened before 9 on Richmond Highway at Bedford Drive in Hibla Valley. Police say they're looking for a black Mercedes-Benz, and we're expecting an update from police within the hour. And of course, we'll bring you that update as it happens, both here on air and online at DCNewsNow.com. And the federal government will run out of money in less than a week. That is, unless Congress can strike a deal to fund it. Here in the DMV, shutdowns usually have a ripple effect, slowing businesses, putting folks out of work, and making it tough to run errands. Haley Milon has more on what you need to know to prepare.
This is the vibrant National Mall we're used to seeing tourists walking around, soaking in the sights, seeing neighbors getting their workouts in, and hearing the sounds of construction on federal buildings. Well, the buzz may die down substantially in coming days unless Congress can figure out a way to fund the government.
The monuments are so famous for us, and that's the reason why we are here.
We probably improvise. We're here in the United States for 4 weeks. We do something else.
If you're planning to show the district off to out-of-town visitors, tell them to keep an eye on the headlines and maybe buy some travel insurance. U.S. parks and Smithsonian museums could once again close their doors if Congress doesn't strike a deal to fund the government. It's facing a September 30th deadline. Democrats standing resolute calling for health care funding, while Republicans are poised to move forward with a 7-week spending plan.
They say, oh, they want to meet with me. It's nonsense, but I'll meet with them.
An agreement President Trump reneged on, canceling a meeting with leading Democrats planned for later in the week. Federal government shutdowns cramp life in the district. Just look at the 35-day shutdown back in 2018. Federal workers could face furloughs, meaning they're sent home without pay. Essential personnel like air traffic controllers, TSA agents, and Border Patrol agents would still report to work without pay. Some agencies may have funds to pay non-essential workers, at least for a little bit. Now think about your to-do list for the next few months. Need a passport? Applying for a small business loan? Waiting on a federal permit for an event? Or need a marriage certificate? All of that could be delayed during a shutdown, so addressing matters in coming days could save you a headache. Even the courts would operate on a bare-bones basis, only hearing the most essential cases. DC News Now will be following the latest from Capitol Hill as both sides try to work towards a resolution here. From the National Mall, Haley Mylon, DC News Now.
All right, Haley, thank you. And developing at noon, a D.C. college student robbed and assaulted. D.C. police say this happened at the University of D.C.'s Van Ness campus on Connecticut Avenue. And UDC released a statement today saying they're actively investigating. And if you have any information, call D.C. police. And new video out of Maryland, dozens of people surrounding cars doing donuts in a shopping center parking lot. It was like a scene out of the movie Fast and Furious. And police in Prince George's County have since arrested a teen. They say they admitted to driving into a woman in the crowd. DC News Now's Ben Dennis has more as the community reacts to the alarming new images.
Very dangerous activities. I don't know how people can stay safe doing that. There's hundreds of people, so easy to get hit, cause accidents, maybe even get killed.
Dizzying donuts near crowds of people and tire marks so hot they're illuminated by thermal cameras by Prince George's Police high in the sky. A mid-September car meetup near Northwest Stadium in Landover, the site of where a young woman was seriously hurt after she was hit by a car.
Let's be careful next time, because like that lady that got hit, like you don't know what, like she got a family at home, whatever.
Honestly, to me, it looked cool, but the fact that somebody got really injured, it raises alarms. I'm not quite sure what to make of it.
It's hard to miss them. Tire marks are burned into the pavement, essentially all over, near these neighboring businesses. And the folks I talked to headed into this Planet Fitness say they hadn't heard about the ordeal, but they were keen on chiming in.
Definitely that's, a big issue, especially when it comes to people's lives and people getting injured. But I had no idea that that even happened.
While the woman who was hit has been released from the hospital, police kept looking for who was behind the wheel. 18-year-old Naif Salmo from Anne Arundel County was arrested. He allegedly left the scene, spray painted his car a different color to conceal evidence. Plus, police say this gun was found under the hood of that car. Authorities add he admitted to hitting the woman.
For something like that to have occurred, you would think that there would be somebody that would, try to at least have some type of crowd control or something along those lines.
Videos, news spread fast when any of these car meetups, obviously that's why there's hundreds of people there. So I guess for the police to be on the lookout to be there quicker.
Police Chief George Nader saying in a statement, "We know these illegal vehicle takeovers may seem harmless to some, but the fact is they can be dangerous." Adding, "We've also investigated a fatal shooting at a car takeover in recent years." In Landover, Maryland, Ben Dennis, DC News Now.
And turning now to an update this afternoon, the Attorney General in the district says he's got Washington Gas to settle a lawsuit, and it will now take new measures to stop the ongoing pollution into the Anacostia River. The AG says investigators found evidence the company failed to prevent toxic chemicals from its former East Station plant from contaminating the river. And even when it agreed to address the concerns in 2012, Washington Gas, though, did not admit to doing this. But under a new settlement, the company will install new filters in the waterway, a floating boom to contain any pollution on the surface, and barriers on the shore to limit the contaminants from getting into the ground. And the AG says he'll continue to monitor Washington Gas to make sure it's complying. And also in the district, the former deputy director of a neighborhood and safety program sentenced in a federal bribery case. Dana McDaniel will serve 46 months on probation with 16 weekends in jail and 6 months on house arrest. She pleaded guilty back in March, and prosecutors say during a 2-year period starting in 2022, McDaniel used her position at the Office of Neighborhood Safety and Engagement to accept $10,000 in cash to direct contracts and grants to specific businesses serving high-risk kids and adults. And DC News Now's your local election headquarters. Early voting started Friday in Virginia, and thousands have already cast their ballot. And election officials say more than 35,000 people have voted, which is more than double the turnout at this time back in 2021. In Northern Virginia, the report shows more than 6,000 voters put in their vote in Fairfax County and roughly 1,400 in Arlington County. And in Loudoun County, there's already been 1,800 voters. A poli-sci professor says these numbers indicate many voters have already made up their mind early.
A lot of folks don't need to know anymore. They know who the Republicans are. They know who the Democrats are. They generally know what they stand for, and they're ready to make their decision today.
On the ballot, some big races, including for governor, lieutenant governor, and attorney general. And early in-person voting goes through November 1st. Election day is November 4th.